Welcome to the 30th episode of Garrett's English Learning Center.
Le 30 émission.
What's that?
Le 30 émission, that's French, sorry, that's French for the 30th show.
Oh, yeah. I can never learn French. So, when did we stop last time?
We stopped with the force majeure, the great force.
The great force.
This is, of course, the tsunami of 2004. I was there, but I was lucky that I was there and I wasn't.
You were there?
I was, I went there with my wife and we booked late on the internet. And on the internet, they had a picture of the hotel next to the beach and everything. We thought, okay, usually we book with an agent, but we just booked on the internet and we went there. And we arrived late the night before.
Yeah.
When we woke up in the morning, the cups rattled on the bedside table.
Yeah.
Then half an hour later, they rattled again. We thought, that's strange. And we went down and, and had breakfast, the buffet breakfast, and went down to the pool, and then we thought we'd go into the town and book some snorkeling, And then there was a Scandinavian couple remonstrating or arguing with the counterclerk,
Yeah.
What's that about, And when we got as our turn, they said, oh, there's no snorkeling because there's been this tsunami.
Yeah.
What? And so we booked some canoeing instead. But we were lucky because they were cheated us on the internet because our hotel was actually 30 minutes drive from the beach.
Oh, that saved you.
That saved us. Yeah. Normally we'd be like, as close to the beach as possible. We and stayed at PP Do, for example.
Yeah.
One of the places we stayed was washed completely over,
Was that in Phuket?
No, this was it was near Phuket, near Phuket, we're not far off,
Yeah.
And we were very lucky,
Yeah.
Lucky that we were cheated, that time,
Yeah. So this is the strange thing about life. Sometimes you got the opposite of what you want, and you actually have to be glad about this.
Yeah.
About it.
That disappointment was really for good, yeah. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Gamine,
yeah.
Gamine, playful little girl.
Yeah. A little girl who's probably a little bit tomboyish, really. Tomboyish,
Yeah.
really.
Gauche.
Somebody who's lacking in social grace. Somebody who's not very, very good at being with other people. Really,
Yeah. Genre.
I think we know that, but just to practice saying it, genre.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Haute couture.
Haute couture. Very good. Very good, Eddie.
Yeah. And it means very fanciful dressing style.
So fancy, isn't it? Really.
No, not actually.
It's just crazy fancy. I think some of this haute stuff goes too far, really.
Yeah. Haute cuisine. Yeah. High class food.
Yeah. And again, it's very fancy, but the portion is so small.
I don't know this.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Hors d'oeuvre.
Yeah.
Hors d'oeuvre.
It used to me, it comes from outside of work, but actually the starter or appetizer, so the first course, like your soup or your salad or something like that.
Yeah. I should have served you some of this today.
Yeah, you should have, really.
Yeah. And impasse. Deadlock.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
Yep.
Oh, je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
A certain quality, it's something somebody has, some certain style, stylishness, charisma, really.
Charisma.
Yeah.
Joy of living.
Joie de vivre, yeah.
Joie de
vivre.
Joie de vivre.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, when you get to know some people, they have this kind of vibrations around them, and this is
you're joyful. You feel happy around them. You feel joyful. Yeah.
Joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre. Yeah.
Joie de vivre. Laissez-faire.
Laissez-faire.
That is very simple, and just let it be.
Yeah, which is a government policy kind of thing, and as it says there, the triumph of market forces over morality.
Yeah. Do whatever the boss wants you to.
Yeah, to make money.
Money. La vie en rose.
Yeah.
The life in rose.
The good life.
The good life.
The good life. The opposite to c'est la vie, really.
Oh, what?
The opposite to c'est la vie.
Oh,
remember the last program?
Oh, yeah.
So la vie en rose, like the Italian of the Dolce Vita.
Dolce Vita.
Yeah, Dolce Vita.
Dolce Vita. Yeah. Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I thought this was Latin, but it was actually French.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. I never know that.
No, it appears to be Latin, doesn't it? Really, Italian or something.
Yeah. Fat Tuesday.
Literally, yeah.
What did you do? What do you do in Mardi Gras?
It's like a carnival, but it's most famously in New Orleans, in America.
Yeah. So it's just some kind of orgasm?
Some kind of...
I mean...
It's some kind of carnival, really. Carnival. Musical carnival.
Pardon me, because I said something. No.
Matinee, yeah.
Matinee.
Now, I must admit, I always thought this was just a morning show of a movie, A matinee, but it also means to play or midday romp with one's lover.
Yeah. So is it some kind of thing that you're not supposed to do in the midday?
Well, I mean...
Ménage à trois.
Ménage à trois.
Ménage à trois.
Yep.
This is very French, I mean.
Yeah.
Only the French can figure this out and use it in such an elegant way.
Yeah.
Which means you have 3 people in a family.
3 people in bed, actually.
In bed. Yeah. They actually make a very good film about this in French. Mm-hmm. Jules and Jim.
Jules and Jim, right?
Yeah. François Truffaut. Yeah. More
juste. And when you say the absolutely perfect word,
Yeah. Mise en place.
Mise en place, yeah. We covered that in a previous show, didn't we?
Yeah.
So everything prepared and ready.
Yeah.
It can be used in a wider sense, not just for cooking, although it comes from cooking.
Noblesse oblige.
Noblesse oblige, yeah.
Obligated nobility. What does it mean?
Well, it's meant to come from the actual noble people, below the king and everything. But I think noble people are ignoble, actually. The opposite to noble, actually, they are, But for me, that means something that I feel I should do, as a decent kind of person.
If you're a good man, if you're a gentleman, then that is something you should do.
Yeah.
Such as pay the bill of the dinner for the lady.
That's right, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I thought it was a joke.
No, something like that, just something you feel you should do at a decent decency, being decent.
To be a decent man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nom de plume?
Nom de plume, yeah.
Nom de plume.
Yeah, the pen name.
Pen name.
Yeah, the author has doesn't always use, not often use his own name. Yeah.
Nouveau riche?
Nouveau riche.
Nouveau riche.
Yeah.
New rich. Upstart.
Yeah, an upstart, as you say, disparaging term, an upstart, And I suppose the nouveau riche of today are Chinese people, really, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't want to, but I have to say that.
But also, there's also middle-class Indians as well, Indians, not just poor people, Maybe 80% are poor, but there's a couple of 100 million,
So I guess in Paris, there's a lot of Chinese people buying the French brands.
There's a million mainland tourists going to Paris every year now.
Yeah. To buy all those.
And every major store has a Putonghua speaker.
Yeah. So would they call it, would the Parisian call it the Chinese nouveau rich?
Not to their face.
Not to their face, behind them.
Back, yeah. Behind their back, yeah.
Nouveau cuisine?
Nouvelle cuisine.
Nouvelle cuisine. So, these are 2 different words.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because of the conjugation, yeah.
Oh, conjugation, yeah.
The French grammar and German grammar, even more so, is really complicated,
Yeah.
Really, really tough, I did it back at school, but...
Yeah. Nouvelle cuisine, new cooking style?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so this is actually new.
Yeah, it's like the haute cuisine, really.
Yeah.
Like the high class.
Objet d'art.
Objet d'art, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say the T in this.
Okay.
Objet d'art.
So you always omit the last.
Yeah, almost always. Yeah.
Almost always. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, yeah.
Ooh la la. When would you say that?
Well, just if you're going to say like ayah,
Oh
la la.
Oh la la. Yeah. Papier mâché.
Papier mâché.
Papier mâché.
I put a picture of myself there actually because when I first came to Hong Kong, as you may from previous show, I used to make a lot of pieces in papier mâché.
Yeah. And you do this. You did this in Tuen Mun.
This is Wong Gam Hoi.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Par excellence.
Par excellence. Yeah.
Par excellence.
Excellent. Another way to say excellent. But
Yeah. Passé.
Passé is old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Old-fashioned. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Pièce de résistance.
My gosh. I can't do this.
A literary piece of stamina, but this is, maybe the best piece of works by an artist, and this is Rodin.
Rodin.
Well, I have been to see it.
Where is this?
This is in Paris, and you know, I went there. You know, I have seen his museum, Musée Rodin, you know, in Paris, and you know, this is of course. I think this everybody knows these. I think really the Thinker, and the Lovers. You know,
both of them were done by Rodin.
Rodin,
yeah.
Rodin.
Pied-à-terre.
So somebody who's very rich, they have a big house in the country, they have a little flat in town, but I think most Hong Kong people just have the little flat in town. This guy called Gary Chang, an architect, who's come up with this design.
Yeah.
But when I looked at that, I thought, that reminds me of that movie, The Fifth Element.
Oh, yeah.
Dai Yun So, right?
Yeah.
And where everything is really, really compact. And I think we're heading that way, actually.
No, we are already there. Because, you know, there's a lot of tong fang. Do you know the cubicle flat?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the caged home. Yeah.
The caged home. Yeah. So, actually, it is...
that's the expression, tong fang.
Yeah. Pince nez?
Pince nez. And this is Hercule Poirot.
Yeah.
Agatha Christie?
Yeah.
I think her books are great, you know.
Yeah, I haven't read her books.
They're great, yeah.
Great, yeah.
I recommend, you know.
Yeah. The Oriental Express?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And this is one of her detectives.
Where can I buy this one?
Oh, you know, she's so popular, sold so many books.
No, I don't mean the book. I mean the guy eyeglass.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, I don't think we can get it in Hong Kong.
But they're a great read, you know. They really are a great read.
Books,
They really are. I recommend Agatha Christie books.
Yeah. What is so good about the books?
But I mean, okay, the language may be a bit old-fashioned, but for that, it's very descriptive, you know. Very descriptive, and the detective novels, you know. So it's very interesting, and they're very well written. The plots are
the plot is
very good as well, you know. The characters are really, really well drawn, and it's a marvelous read, you know.
Sure.
Great for taking on holiday, you know. Better than some of these trashy modern airport novels.
Don't read Dan Brown.
No, this is much more entertaining, you know. It's a lovely thing, you know. And if you're like me, I like reading the voices, you know. So I like reading the different characters with the different
Remember
voices,
what I said here. Dan Brown is rubbish.
Yeah. He's put out there by them, really. Them, you know, they. Potpourri.
Potpourri. Badfoot?
No, actually, it says rotten pot. Literally, that's what it means. But it's actually a mixture of, as it says, scented dried flowers or spices. You can put it in the room, and it gives off a mixture of a mixture. And you can use it in a wider sense. Use that for a mixture of anything. A potpourri of something.
Potpourri.
You can use some of these terms in a wider sense.
Yeah. Pret-a-manger.
Pret-a-manger. And of course, there are pret-a-manger shops in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Which means ready to eat, as you can see. And
why don't we say just say fast food?
Because we can't charge so much.
And
if we say fast food, well, you know, fast food is another word for fast food is junk food, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it has that connotation.
Yeah. Pret-a-porter.
Pret-a-porter, yeah.
Yeah, pret-a-porter.
Ready to wear as opposed to tailor-made.
Yeah. This is the title of a film by Robert Altman.
That's right, yeah. Protégé. Yeah.
Someone being protected.
Yeah, there's even a Cantonese movie. The same name.
Yeah. Raison
d'être, yeah.
Raison d'être.
Yeah.
Reason for.
Yeah, what keeps you going? What the thing that you really love to do, you know, the thing that keeps you going,
Yeah. Rendezvous.
Yeah, rendezvous, you know.
Yeah, the place where you meet.
Yeah, instead of saying, let's go and meet, you can say, let's rendezvous at, you know.
Repartee,
yeah.
Yeah. It's some kind of we can do very well.
Yeah, and you do it especially well.
Really?
If I may say so. You know.
It means if somebody says something, then you respond it in a very witty way, very clever way.
No, really, Eddie, and you do it in English, really, you know.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm flattered.
Really, yeah. No, you shouldn't. I'm just, I never flatter, actually. I just tell the truth, you know.
Yeah. Risque. Oh, my gosh. Risk.
And this is Rihanna, you know, and a lot of these stylists these days are becoming really risque, aren't they? Really, you know, I think it's getting. I
wonder
overly provocative.
I sometimes have a question about her. Is it because she is so poor that she does not have money, so cannot buy those clothes with more?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think with all the millions of albums she sold, but I think she's put up to it.
Yeah,
put up to it.
Put up to it.
Somebody tells her to do it. I think.
Yeah. Sang-froid.
Sang-froid. Really means you're composed, but it's come to mean somebody who's like a cold-blooded murderer, somebody with no feeling.
No feeling.
But that's not really the real meaning. But
Yeah. Suave.
Suave.
Oh my God.
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
Savoir-faire.
Similar meaning, really. If you have savoir-faire, you are suave. Yeah.
But how come the French have so many very clever expression about similar phenomena? They all come from French.
Yeah, I mean, the French language is rich,
Very
it is
rich.
Yeah. And I was saying before.
Very powerful.
We said in the last show that the richest part of English is actually French,
Oh, yeah.
I have to admit it, even being an English person.
The English themselves are not really so clever in describing things.
No, we are, but if we use the French part of our language,
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, having studied German and French myself, so I can really appreciate it.
No, you don't find so many German expression in English.
No, I mean, we could do a shorter show about German English. Much shorter show about
Or maybe Italian.
No, I think maybe more German, but, not much German, not much Italian, but French definitely, yeah. Savoir-vivre. Similar again, yeah.
To know how to live.
Yeah.
Soiree?
Soiree, yeah.
Soiree.
Yeah. Let's have a soiree instead of an elegant party. Yeah.
Elegant party.
Yeah.
Soupçon.
Yeah.
How to pronounce this?
With a S, let's say like an S.
Sir.
Like an S. This is called a cedilla, actually.
Cedilla,
yeah.
Soupçon. Actually, it's something like S.
Yeah, that's right. The pronunciation. Yeah.
Soupçon. Suspicion.
Hint of just a little bit, a soupçon of something.
Yeah, but why did this guy put in soupçon?
Because he's put a French name because he wants to attract people's attention. This is in America, and also charge a higher price.
Oh yeah. Why don't we change the title of this show into
Gale, Anglais, Centre, something like that. Gary's English. Yeah.
How to say Gary in French?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Souvenir,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know this one.
Yeah. What is this?
Successful. Is a really, really, really successful. So I like the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can change the world are the ones that do.
Yeah. What about this girl?
That's the other kind of success.
Yeah. Really. Tableau vivant.
Tableau vivant.
I
don't know if you've been to Paris.
No, never been.
You have people standing like statues.
Yeah.
Really, really good,
Yeah.
I chose this one anyway.
These are real people?
Yeah, they're standing there. They're all painted up, and
and
they're standing there, maybe like Roman emperors or something, the Roman soldiers or whatever, They're standing as characters from history.
Which means real people pretending to be sculptures.
Yeah, it's quite a thing, really.
Yeah. Again, you can only find this in French.
I think that's why maybe I chose to go to France and do my artistic thing. It's appreciated. You couldn't really do it so well in England.
No. Tête-à-tête.
Tête-à-tête. Yeah.
Head-to-head.
Like I say, we said before on a previous show, we said like heart-to-heart in English.
Yeah.
But in French, it's head-to-head.
Touche.
So I couldn't get the accent thing, but it should have an accent.
Yeah.
Touche.
Okay, touche. You can.
You got me.
And whenever I punch somebody, then say
not really. If you make a witty remark to me and I've got no comeback, I say, okay, you got me. I can't come back. Okay, touche. You got me.
Tour de force. Turn of strength. Take a great deal of strength from skill to accomplish.
It's been erroneously or wrongly come to mean something to do with cycling these days, it seems to me. But actually it means, like you say, something that takes a great deal of strength or skill to accomplish. If I may say so, all your shows that you make, that takes a lot.
Well,
a lot of skill and a lot of perseverance.
In Cantonese, in Chinese, we call it Git job.
Good job.
Git job. Yeah, which is something like good job in
right. Git job.
Git job.
Right.
Yeah. To the sweet.
To the sweet.
To the sweet.
Straight away.
Straight away.
Right away, yeah.
沖鬧
Trompe l'oeil.
沖內
Trompe l'oeil.
沖內
Trick of the eye.
Some
this,
kind of
This is the if you make a painting, right? This is just painting. Imagine walking into the MTR and they've painted the floor like this.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, they actually do this in Paris.
Yeah, this is actually. So I don't know if they've done it in Paris, but anyway, this is just a flat. This is just flat, but it's painted.
Yeah.
And it really looks, doesn't it?
Shall I call it an optical illusion?
Yeah. Done with paint. It's amazing, isn't it? Using perspective.
Yeah. Un bout
de souffle.
Un bout de souffle.
Yeah.
A brief and
Exhausted. Yeah.
It is a film by Godard.
That's right.
Yeah. Vis-a-vis.
Vis-a-vis, yeah.
Vis-a-vis.
So this is a good thing to use if you're doing any writing, you know. So in relation to, anything, you know, vis-a-vis the political situation in Hong Kong, you could start something like that. You could start an essay like that.
Yeah. The next one. Voila.
There it is.
Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
Can you say this again?
Un bout de souffle.
Un bout de souffle.
Un bout de souffle.
Yeah. Whenever I do the movie program, I should speak this in this way. Un bout de souffle.
Yeah.
Vol au vent.
Vol au vent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Flight of the wind.
Yep, literally, yeah. But it's just this kind of like pastry with a hole, and you put a filling in.
These are all pastries.
Yeah, and you put little filling in the middle of this pastry.
Yeah.
You can buy these things from the supermarket. Really easy, yeah.
Really?
It's so easy to make, you know. You just you put them in the oven, they just pop up. If it's a savoury filling, you put the filling in first. If it's something like this, like a fruity filling, you put it in afterwards. Easy, yeah? And impressive.
Yeah.
No?
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Oh, I do not.
Non, merci. No, thanks. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to sleep with me?
Recently, this was a movie, you know, redone, but originally it was a song by
La Belle,
from the 70s.
This is a very famous song. Cuisine. Yeah.
Or food.
French food. Soup
à l'oignon. Onion soup.
Mm-hmm. And in simple words, it should be called onion soup.
Yeah. In English words, yeah.
Yeah.
Escargot.
Yeah.
So there's some famous French dishes. Just a few. Just a few, yeah.
Is it wongao?
Snails.
Yeah.
Wongao, yeah.
Oh, souffle.
So this is souffle. So I think I've got the accent here. It should be the accent here.
Yeah.
The cute
Souffle
accent.
de fromage.
Souffle de fromage. Fromage is cheese.
Oh, you can get this one in Hong Kong.
Yeah, where can you get it?
I guess you can get it from many restaurants. I mean, Western restaurants, but not just the French, because there are so few French restaurants in these days. But in Cantonese we call it souffle. Souffle. Yeah.
Hold that,
yeah. Fruit de mer.
Yeah.
Oh, seafood.
Yeah, seafood, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Fruits of the sea, literally. Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Remember there was the film? There was a Disney film, Ratatouille?
Yeah.
So that's what they were referring to, you know. And if we go to the next slide, we can show...
No, I have no idea. What is this?
Well, this is courgettes and peppers and tomato and aubergine all mixed together, you know. I've chosen a flashy one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't know how to say... I mean, the Americans call it... This is courgette. It's a marrow, right? You know.
Yeah.
And this is aubergine. A lot of people call it eggplant, but I think it's nicer to call it aubergine.
Aubergine.
Yeah, aubergine.
But these are all very cheap foods in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're nice. They're good. Yeah. And this is like moussaka is one of the main ingredients of moussaka, the Greek dish.
Coq au vin.
Yeah.
What's this?
Chicken in wine.
Really?
Chicken in wine sauce, yeah.
Oh.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. But it appears to be very, very elegant.
Yeah, well, it's French. You know?
French.
Desserts. And just a few dishes, you know, that's all really.
Sure, pastry. No, I don't think. I can't get this one.
Chocolate choy pei.
I know the Cantonese, but I don't know the French.
Choux pastry.
Shoe,
like shoe, like the shoe you wear, you know, like shoe.
Yeah, actually, I saw this word on the NPR.
Shoe, yeah, like shoe, you know.
Shoe clean.
Yeah.
Because they actually got a shop who is selling this.
Yeah, that's right.
pastry.
Yeah. And eclairs is the long
Eclairs.
version. So if it's round, it's shoe pastry. If it's long, it's eclair.
But do we call it puff in English? Eclair.
You wouldn't really. You call it eclair. Yeah.
Eclair.
Yeah,
Eclair.
Yeah. For so many years, it's really
Macaroons.
Macaroons, yeah. Well, I've done the English here by mistake, really, but it should be 1-0 for the French is macaron.
Macaron.
Yeah, but macaroons in English.
Macaron.
These become really popular now, aren't they?
Yeah. Just in this 2 or 3 years, I didn't see it before. Yeah. Because they are also colorful.
They are. They're light and they're sweet.
Yeah. And
meringue.
Meringue.
Citron.
Citron means lemon.
Lemon, yeah.
Yeah.
Some lemon meringue, yeah.
Lemon meringue. Lemon cake.
Well, no, lemon meringue really. The egg white thing is that's the meringue, you know.
Yeah.
And this is a lemon custard with some pastry. I'll cook you some one day. Yeah?
Sure.
Try my lemon meringue.
Millefeuille.
1,000 leaves, literally. Yeah.
1,000 leaves.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Tarte pomme.
Yep. Tarte de pomme.
Actually, this is apple pie.
Yeah, but it's so nicely done, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it? Really, the way it's done, you know.
It is just not apple pie.
And the Americans call the English people, not so the Americans, the Australians used to call the English pommes.
Pommes.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Just you pommy. They got you pommy bastard. Anyway, they would say, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why they associate us with apples, really, but anyway. And the last one is Clep Suzette Flambé.
Crêpe Suzette flambé.
Clep Suzette Flambé, yeah. Flambé. On fire.
On fire. The cake's on fire.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, you put some brandy, yeah.
Oh,
you
and you burn. Yeah. Must be very delicious.
Like the baked elastic from before.
Yeah.
So
that's the
end, yeah.
That's the end.
That's French. No more. That's the last one.
But you know the effect of doing this is that I'm suddenly become very hungry.
Yeah, I feel.
And we also go to have a French dinner.
Très faim. Very hungry. Yeah.
Très faim. Yeah.
Very hungry.
Yeah. And so we should be seeking our French restaurant right now.
We should be. Yeah. Really.
Yeah. And that is why I have to stop here. Yeah. And so
we run out of fuel, haven't we? Yeah.
Sure.
So you can see it's really a fundamental part of English, isn't it? French, you know.
Of course. But it appears that there are a lot of words that I didn't know in English.
Yeah, but you know, it's part of English.
I thought I was very good in English vocabulary, but right now,
come on, you are really, yeah.
No,
you are really, you know.
No.
And you know, it's for people like you that I've done this show, and members of our audience who are really good at English, I think, you know, and but just missing these bits, you know.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to show off to their friends, and you know, especially their foreign friends, you know.
Yeah. But don't speak them in front of the French. Speak them in front of the English.
Yeah,
sure. So see you next time. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
梁錦祥工作室喺呢一個網絡言論自由被打壓嘅年代，我哋依然堅持自我，做好節目，堅拒自我審查。因為我哋相信內容有價，而你哋嘅支持就至關重要。請大家訂閱梁錦祥工作室 Patreon， 並立刻成為付費會員，守護自由言論。而我哋喺 YouTube 頻道上面嘅每一節節目，都要麻煩大家記得按讚、分享、留言同埋撳鐘仔啊！感謝大家一直支持梁錦祥工作室節目。